Buddy. She's unimpressed. Hey YouTube, it's your beekeeper here. It is Saturday morning. I believe it's the 20th. Isn't that what makes it today? January 20th. And I had shot a whole video last night on my super smart smartphone. This one here. My S Plus thing, whatever, iDoodle thing. And apparently YouTube rejected it. I don't know. Something when it was compressing the file it didn't like. So I'm shooting it again this morning. And I had fun nighttime footage of what's going on here. But what is going on here? Oh, Lord. You guys know I took on a new career path the end of November. It kind of came out of left field. And the weird thing is, it's that transition from self-employed to putting all your eggs in one basket and being dependent on someone else to put money in your checking account. And up until I got that offer, actually up until, truth be told, up until I signed that paper, all the papers with HR, I continued to book work. And let me sit you guys down here on the water here. I continued to book work because, you know, anything can happen between, hey, do you want this job, and here's your first paycheck. So the problem with that is that I had work in the pipeline. So I started my new job the third week in November. I still had in the pipeline a promised and signed contractual bathroom remodel and kitchen remodel. The bathroom is now done, and I should be done this weekend with this kitchen. You guys will remember a video I did the end of December that said it was my last final job, and it truly is. For a long, long time, I think, side work. We'll see. So what have I been doing on my now 40-hour-a-week job? I've been working about 7 to 3, 7 to 3:30, 7 to 4, depending on how my day plays out, my meetings play out. And then I come here and I work, let's say 4 to 10 p.m. And then I work weekends, both days on the weekends. And I've been doing that since November. So basically, once again, 7 days a week, 16 hours a day, 15, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's pretty awesome. No, actually, no, I take that back. On the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, I'm usually here about 10 or 11 hours to get, not here, but working either on the bathroom or on this kitchen, 10 hours, let's say. 10. Today, I'll probably put 10 hours in. And I'll show you where we're at on the kitchen. But I'm not complaining. Again, it's just, it is what it is. You know, I have to look out for myself, and until that paycheck rolls in, you know, I still have to do what I have to do. But, I mean, obviously, we're at the end of January, so I've had a few paychecks coming in, which is nice. And I appreciate all the well wishes. I really, really do. A lot of people have said a lot of good things in my last video about the year-end update and new beginnings. And I'm really happy. It's you know, I can't say it enough. I'm really happy. I'm glad I took that step. I'm glad I had the courage, I guess, to step outside of my comfort level. It's real easy to just plug along at something that I didn't hate it, but I had no passion for it. Do I have passion for what I do right now as a facilities director? Not necessarily for the job specifically, but for the organization as a whole, if that makes sense without giving out too much information. I really like where I work. I really like what this organization does, what it does for the community, what it does for our greater community, just for what this organization stands for, I guess, if I can be so vague. You know, it's that clear as mud. I like the company. I like the people that I work for. I'm fairly high on the management level. There's my supervisor, and then there's the president of the company. So, not that that makes me important. I don't know. Maybe it makes me important. Maybe it doesn't. But I have my boss, who's awesome, and then I have a direct link to the president of the company, the organization. And I have daily conversations with this person because that's the chain of command. They deal with me directly for a lot of stuff. I mentioned we're doing a new construction project on a new facility that I was just dropped right in, and we're doing the infrastructure now. They just turned a shovel. I think it was early December. It was like the first week in December when they, you know, did the old golden shovel thing. So I've been. It's cool. It's neat. I have a lot of ability to take this position as far or not as I want to. And the way my mind works is I'm going to take it far. And yeah, it's good. It's good. But where am I today? The bathroom, I didn't get one lick of footage of doing that bathroom because that was evenings. That was 4 to 10. The lady that lives in the house, it was her second bathroom, but she was extremely supportive of me working well into the evening on her place, and she got a fantastic bathroom when all said and done. It's really, really cool. ADA compliant bathroom, and I had a special shower door built to accommodate her son who has cerebral palsy, and it was really a neat project to be able to take the tub out and put a shower pan in. He's got some significant limited mobility with cerebral palsy, so I went with a shower pan, and I did this framed shower door. I guess I should have taken video. It might have been, I'm sure it would have been interesting to 7 or 8 people, but I didn't. It was just something I had to get done. But I'm trying to get in that settle down mindset, and hopefully this weekend I'll be done with this kitchen. Now the garage here is just, it's a mess. It's just all my crap, and I'll admit it's all my crap. I got my tile saw. You guys remember this fan, this vent fan? I built that, what, a year and a half ago out of some scrap stuff and an old squirrel cage fan that I took out of my buddy's plumbing shop when he retired and closed down. So his spirit lives on in the world of working, and I got a little bit of everything. And this is really scattered right now. I've just been throwing stuff into a pile, and that's not normally how I do work, but I'll tell you what, after my 15th or 16th hour of work, at the end of the day, I don't feel like straightening stuff up. I don't have a helper. My daughter, who used to work with me, just graduated college, and she's in a management program, training program for the company she works for, and she is working hard. Anyway, what are you going to do? Let's turn this around. So let's go on in the kitchen. Now, last night, like I said, I had some pretty cool footage, I believe, because I was really able to show the lighting accents. Kitchen looks a little different from when you saw it the last time. I have all the countertops covered. What am I doing and what do I have left? Let's start with that, and then we'll move backwards. Today my plan is to get all the crown molding done. Before I go home today, I want the crown molding done. I have to do the filler pieces, which are the stain pieces, and then do the crown. I don't see any reason why I can't get that done today, pending any mental breakdowns or tool malfunctions. But I brought my buddy with me today. She's like my shadow. She's my job dog now, every day. As soon as I get to the door, she looks at me with those longing Rottweiler eyes with the little moons underneath. Yeah, that one. Those eyes. Look at that. You taking me with you, Dad? Dad? Anyhow, I had this all like polished up and stuff last night when I took that video on my phone, and then YouTube doesn't like the format or something. I don't know. It didn't work. It doesn't matter. Who cares? I'll figure it out another day. I don't have time right now to deal with it. But countertops are in. I got the appliances are all hooked up. The floor is done and grouted and polished. Backsplash is done and grouted and polished. Those are 6x6 ceramic porcelain ceramic tiles, porcelain coated or something. I don't know. I don't really care. They're ceramic tiles. I put them on. She wanted them on 45, which makes it extremely difficult. The irony is that the conversation was, she goes, I don't want mosaic tile because there's too many grout lines. And I said, yeah, those are a pain in the butt. They're a pain in the butt to install, and they're a lot of work to do grouting because there's all those little grout lines. So she says, how about 6x6 tile? And I thought, man, that's fantastic. That eats up a lot of real estate per tile. But then we decided to go on diagonal. And yeah, pretty labor intensive. But it came out delightful. Got the window replaced. Got it trimmed out. Standard 3 rib, not fancy, not too fancy. Casing, I always do my casing in real wood. This is pine, finger joint pine, because if any moisture gets on here with MDF, I hate MDF. Hate's a strong word. I strongly dislike MDF. And then I always trim out the insides of my windows with wood as well, finger jointed pine. So if you want to put any sort of window coverings, you've got a good anchor. And again, it doesn't nick up and get damaged like sheetrock. Some people will do sheetrock on the inside, I've seen, but that ain't me. This needs to be painted still. I put the plastic up because the nosy neighbors, they're peeking through the cracks in the fences, trying to see what's going on over here. It's none of your damn business. If you want to know what's going on over here, come and talk to the owner, and maybe she'll give you a tour. But I ain't going to do it. We got lights inside the cabinets, which are super cool puck lights. I got a good guy, it's a glass guy, so instead of the wooden shelves that this cabinet came with, he has some tempered shelves. I think they're 1/4 inch, 5/16. They might be 5/16. They're pretty fat. Tempered glass. We have 2 shelves for here. We have another lighted cabinet here, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we have 3 shelves for here. And these are all on dimmers, which are nice. Under cabinet lights are all on dimmers. The in-cabinet lights are all on dimmers, and the overhead lights are all on dimmers. Now, I have those off so when I'm working up top, I'm not getting blinded. It's pretty cool. The faucet is on back order. The garbage disposal is hooked up. Dishwasher's hooked up. But this is on back order. It should be here next week. But I have my cleaners coming Monday, the day after tomorrow. The cleaners are coming in. What does that make it? The 22nd of January. And they should get this all buffed out, and then middle of the week I'm supposed to get that faucet, and I can put that in after they leave. This is a pretty cool, extremely heavy-duty fan. Oh yeah. I'll show you the features of these Thomasville cabinets. These are Home Depot Thomasville cabinets, and they're not cheap. I'll tell you what. She got every option, which I showed you in last night's video, but I can't tonight. She got every option, just about every bell and whistle, and it's really, really cool. And even with my good buddy discount at the Home Depot, and I have pretty good luck, actually. I don't buy all my cabinets at Home Depot, but this had the features. These are the cabinets she wanted, and I've worked. What do you hear? It's okay, it's okay. It's okay. Call of the wild. I'll be right back, hold on. Something's got her stressed out. Come here, take it easy, buddy. Okay, let's go back inside. Those are the backer pieces for the filler pieces. Where was I before Cleo howled herself into the movie? I boxed it up. This thing moves a ton of air. It has an 8-inch vent duct. We have an 8-inch existing duct in the wall, which is pretty cool. I think you can see it, right? Let's see. Yep, there it is. And it's galvanized, clad clay pipe. It's not asbestos pipe, which is nice. It's that terracotta pipe. But fortunately, that was there. Excuse me, buddy. And as it would have it, it lined up. It's like right about here. So it actually worked out perfectly because I brought in an 8-inch 90 to this way, and then change the direction, 8-inch 90, one of those adjustable 90s, directly into the wall. And let me get up there and take a look, and it worked like a champ. What I used was one of the old shelves out of there, or the other one, and I built a simple box for it. Has a top. This is not fancy at all, but it looks nice because it's finished and it matches. And then this gives you the ability to put stuff on top if you want. It is removable if you need to access the vent for any reason, but that thing moves a ton of air. So Cleo's my buddy, huh? Gonna put her to work. She has trouble manipulating these screws though because she doesn't have thumbs, but we're working on it. We're working on her manual dexterity. So I'm gonna jump to work. All right, so we're a little bit into the day. The filler is installed. There's a bit of a on that ceiling there. That's gonna be an interesting hiding spot to make the crown molding look right, but done it before, not a big deal. It all went up quite nicely. I screwed blocking in behind it, up through the top of the cabinets, and then I stapled this stain grade stuff to the face. If you run your staples high, it doesn't matter, they'll get covered by the crown molding. You ain't going to see nothing. Wine tasting. So, I'm going to take a break here and grab a bite to eat. I like it. Be right back. I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I don't believe I did. All these corners are 45, right? Because you're only really going to see like the bottom, maybe 3/4 of an inch of this filler. But I glue everything. I glue the corners before I staple them. that just holds everything together, especially in a kitchen where you have the potential for significant humidity changes. And this wood is going to move. It is dimensional maple. Pretty tight grain, but that stuff does move with moisture. Moisture and humidity. Boy, my cleaning crew's got some dusting to do. But yeah, everything's glued, and then I glue the filler pieces to the blocks as well. I just use Tight Bond. Of course, I filled this for the last like 3 or 4 years. It's just about ready to go in the garbage, but buy it by the gallon. Stuff's awesome. Yeah, glue everything together, and then you're less likely to have gaps and seams pop later on in life. Yeah, buddy. Blah, 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 blah. Enough of that. 2 more pieces. I really like it. Not that it matters. It's not my kitchen. Getting later in the day, got distracted by a couple things, of course. But I'm really happy with how this crown came out. Extremely satisfied. Makes a big difference when you're the one hanging the cabinets. You know, a guy like me does everything. I do the sheetrock, I do the taping, I hang the cabinets, and I do the crown. Which means I pay attention to every step from the beginning. I'm as level as I trip and fall and knock over the stain. Easy, easy. Stay. When I do the sheetrock, I'm very cognizant of how level the wall needs to be, how square the corners need to be. When I hang the cabinets, I'm very cognizant as to how square, level, and plumb these guys all need to be. And then when you get to stuff like the crown molding, which is pretty exacting, being that it's stain grade, it's not paint grade, so you can't just get it close and fill in the holes and paint to cover it up. It's and I like it, don't get me wrong, I really like the detail woodwork, but when you're at the point where your walls are level, square, and true, and your cabinets are hung plumb and level and nice, and everything is square, and you have true 90 degrees on these panels, sometimes you can get a little, you're coming out 12 inches for that, you've got a 24-inch cabinet here, so you've got a lot of opportunity for things to come out of square. And if you're the chump that's hanging the cabinets and you know you're the same chump that's going to be doing the trim, you pay a little better attention. Yeah. Did I show you guys this? Remember we had carpet in here before? And we had a bunch of holes punched in the ceilings? Ceiling singular. Got the interior painted. There's my puppy, Cleo. There. Oop, sorry, buddy. Yeah, that's pretty good, huh? There's the light. Man, hold on. There we go. There's a homeowner's dog, Sophie. You talking to me? They get along just fine. So they've been here hanging out all day. But my hardwood floor guy came in and we tore all the carpets out. He did the living room, dining room, and hallway, all the way down the hall, which is pretty cool. The painter came in, got everything painted. I did all the mud work in here, if you remember. Actually, I don't know if you remember because I don't know that I took video. But I did all the taping, texturing, all the hole repair, not texturing, but all the taping and mudding, all the hole repair for when they added switches and plugs and circuits in here. I put new baseboard all throughout, living room, dining room, hallway, and I installed crown molding in here. Now this is the easy stuff. This is hour and a half, maybe 2 hours tops, because it's paint grade. You get it very close and putty's your buddy. You know, as they say, something about do your best and caulk the rest. Isn't that what it is? I don't know. Huh, Sophie? What do you have to say about all this mess? Yeah. What else do I want to do today before I go home? I want to do a bunch of things. I may actually start on the toe kicks. Once I get all these drops off, I want to show you the cool features. I think I mentioned that already, but I would like to either start on the toe kicks or start drilling holes for the knobs and pulls. I do have a sample knob and pull, so I know what my screw pattern is. I have templates. You just lay on there, you mark it, and you drill your holes. We'll see what I feel like. I have the 2 pieces cut. I have been You want to know a secret? You guys want to know a secret? You stain your cut ends. Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm using Early American because I don't know what specifically this is. I don't remember what this is called. It didn't really matter, but I went in my hoard and inventory of various stains, and I got a Minwax Early American. And on your cuts, you stain your end cuts. Want a secret? Because that way, if you don't get the joint exactly perfect, you can't tell. You don't see it. It doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. I mean, these are pretty close. Truth be told, these are very, very close. However, I just let go of trade secret. Dang! You want to know another quick trade secret? See the pin nails I'm using? I always assemble my corners. Well, not always, but on some dark stain like this, Sharpie's your buddy too. Wipe it off the main course, makes the nail head black. Because that stain doesn't stick to the nail heads. Just kind of rub it in. And all of a sudden, all your nails disappear. This up for the day. Crown molding's done. Toe kicks are done. I had not planned. Oh, sorry, I got some dog here. I had not planned on doing the toe kicks today, but you know what? It's got to get done. And I didn't feel like drilling holes for the knobs and the pulls. I just didn't feel like thinking like that. I felt like thinking like this. So it's pretty slick. Toe kick drawers, pretty slick. I don't know what you can put in there. Flat goods. But she wanted 3 of them. This one. You can hide stuff in there. I mean, who's going to think of looking underneath your toe kicks? Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Got my helpers. Alright, guys, go somewhere else. They were just outside pooping. And okay. Alright, listen. I'm going to run. I got to clean. You got snot on them. There they go. They're pretty cool. Everything else is hooked up, ready to go. Profile. And yeah, I'm done for, well, I'm not done for the day. Get these damn dogs out of the way. Beat it! Kick rocks. Hey, puppy. I gotta clean up. Alright, listen, I gotta go. I gotta run. See ya!